Good evening and welcome to our first webinar. This won't take long, I promise. Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing your 2020-2021 State Officer Team. Cody Bootcamp. Risa Slapikis. Caden Funnel. Shruti Shaban. Jonathan Farrell. Alexis Johnson. And Jennifer Lawrence. Now, before we get started, I want to take a moment to congratulate all of you that placed at NLE. Overall, Florida FBLA PBL, including middle level, had over 100 members placed at the NLE. You guys did fantastic, especially considering the circumstance. Now, to begin, I want to start by discussing this year's theme, Reimagine Tomorrow. The idea behind Reimagine Tomorrow is exactly what it says, reimagining tomorrow, not being held back by the restrictions of today or staying stagnant, but by going forward, growing, by making the future your own. And while the world we live in gives you the opportunity to grow, to move forward, to reimagine tomorrow, it also forces us to change. Now, I would like to hand it over to your Region 5 Vice President, Jonathan Farrell, to discuss going virtual.
Good evening, everyone. As Rylan said, my name is Jonathan Farrell, and I'm a rising senior at Suncoast Community High School. Now, as you all know, due to the pandemic, large portions of the state will be doing virtual or blended learning. We all will experience this in the last few months, and sadly, we may have to continue this through part of the year or maybe the entire year. Along with that, FBLA will have to go virtual too. What we cannot promise you is that your FBLA experience this year will be the same. But what we can promise you is that as your state officer team, we are going to do our best to make this year memorable. We encourage you to work with your chapter to start preparing for virtual recruitment and online meetings. A great activity to start doing right now is your BAAs, your Business Achievement Awards. They're amazingly productive and easy to do online, and your members will love them. Now I would like to hand it over to Risa Slapikis, your Region 2 Vice President, so she can talk about upcoming opportunities.
Hi, everyone. My name is Risa Slapikis, and I'm honored to be serving as your Region 2 Vice President. I'm a rising senior at Ponte Vedra High School. Fins up. Although we may go virtual, that doesn't mean the fun's going to stop. We have some great things coming to still give you the full FBLA experience, no matter what form. We're going to be engaging with you over social media to cater this year to you. This year, we're also going to continue Keep Florida Beautiful, which we'll talk about in a few moments. This year, we're striving to create more of a connection between the district level and state level. Sadly, last year, we were not able to execute the middle level tour, but this year, we're bringing it back at the SLC. We're also working on having more opportunities at the SLC, such as internships, workshops, and tours. So let's make this year one to remember, but in a good way. Up next is Shruti Shaban, your Region 4 Vice President, to talk about Adopt a Chapter program.
Oh, sorry. Hi, you guys. I'm Shruti Shaban, and I'm a junior at C. Leon King High School located in Tampa, and I am super excited about getting to serve as your Region 4 VP this upcoming year. This year, we're also revitalizing the Chapter Buddy program, both for FBLA and PBL, as well as middle school and high school. The Chapter Buddy program is a super fun opportunity to gain assistance to improve your chapter from chapters of a higher level. High school chapters should communicate with feeder middle schools or any middle schools in their area to partner and join the Chapter Buddy program. The application is up now on the state website. The program will include constant communication between both schools in order to meet and discuss a wide range of topics, including, but not limited to, fundraising, membership, member involvement, officer efficiency and involvement, and competitive event support. By partaking in the program, the state will provide you with materials and assistance if necessary, but most of how you engage in the program is totally up to you. We recommend some method to maintain accountability and a steady stream of communication, such as creating some form of a detailed program of work. But the form of communication, frequency of meetings, and the specifics of your involvement with each other is entirely up to each chapter's needs. The same process applies for those FBLA chapters who buddy up with PBL as well. I and the rest of the team look forward to seeing as many of you partake in the program as possible this year. Of course, if you have any questions, need any form of support for this program, or anything else, please feel free to contact me or any of the other officers on the team. I would now like to introduce our state parliamentarian, Jennifer Lawrence, to talk about recruitment.
Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Lawrence and I'm a rising senior at Palm Harbor University High School. I'm super excited to be serving as your state parliamentarian for the upcoming school year. With many chapters choosing to hold meetings virtually, it's important that we find both online and traditional materials to recruit members. Whether it's utilizing online platforms such as Microsoft Teams or Zoom to hold meetings, or using traditional methods, it's crucial to have an established way of gathering in order to present FPLA to incoming students at the beginning of the school year. The goal is to make information about FPLA as accessible as possible for everyone, whether they're attending school virtually or in person. The state team will be working on developing recruitment materials for chapter advisors, as well as boosting our social media presence in order to broadcast information about FPLA to new members. Posters, social media, and school announcements are all great ways to advertise your FPLA chapter to your school. Up next, Alexis Johnson will be talking about the Communicator Report.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexis Johnson and I'm super excited to be serving as your state reporter for the 2020-2021 school year. I'm a senior in the IB program at Hillsborough High School in Tampa, Florida. This is my first year as state officer and I'm eager to be a part of the inner workings and behind the scenes preparation for FBLA. I know everyone's schedule and plans might be different from the norm this year, but I can guarantee that FBLA is still thriving and constantly looking for activities and events that will benefit members and help them make the most of the FBLA experience. As state reporter, I'll be writing and releasing the Florida FBLA Communicator Report throughout the school year. I'm not exactly sure of the release dates for the report yet, but there will be at least one in the fall and one in the spring. So essentially, the Florida FBLA Communicator, or Communicator Report, is a newsletter for Florida FBLA members and chapter advisors. The report provides information about FBLA news, events, projects, conferences, and a variety of opportunities for members to become more involved within the organization. The report typically includes a message from the state president, insight into this year's current theme and state project, as well as information regarding FBLA at the national level. If there's a topic you would like to see covered in the report, feel free to reach out to me with suggestions. Also, be sure to stay tuned for information regarding the specific release dates for the Communicator Report. This is something you don't want to miss. Up next, you'll be hearing about our state project, Keeping Florida Beautiful.
Thanks, Alexis. Hi, I'm Kaden Fennell, and I go to Sebastian River High School, and I am your Region 3 Vice President. This year's state activity and state project is Keep Florida Beautiful. This year, we are planning to continue our partnership with Keep Florida Beautiful, and we are currently working to have another statewide cleanup as our statewide activity. Last year, we had a single statewide cleanup throughout several locations across the state. However, this year, we're working on to have 2 statewide cleanups, and Keep Florida Beautiful has over 40 county and city affiliates in Florida. So no matter where you are in the state or where you may live, there could be a Keep Florida Beautiful affiliate near you. Now, another project that we are working on at the statewide level is the March of Dimes. Now, if you don't already know about the March of Dimes educates medical professionals and the public about the best practices. They support life-saving research, provide comfort and support to families in NICUs, and advocate for those who need it most, moms and babies. For over 45 years, FPLA PBL is consistently ranked as the top March of Dimes youth fundraising partner, raising millions of dollars for March of Dimes and babies. The majority of you watching right now are March of Dimes babies, whether you were born healthy, premature, or had some sort of health issue. The March of Dimes research teams were there to assist you and your mother. March of Dimes believes that every baby deserves the best possible start, and unfortunately, not all get one. They're changing that. For over 80 years, March of Dimes has helped millions of babies survive and thrive. All of the work they do is made possible by the generous support from us, their partners. This is why your state officer team felt our state fundraising project focuses on the March of Dimes. The top chapters raising the most for March of Dimes will be recognized at the state and national conferences. So get your chapter together to support the March of Dimes this year. For more information about the March of Dimes and our partnership with the March of Dimes, go to the FBLA national website and go under sponsors and partners. Now we're going to hand it over to Rylan, our state president, for your Q&A.
Thank you, Caden. I will now open it up to any questions any of you may have, and I will feature it on the screen. Okay, wait, it looks like we have a question. I'm not quite sure how to feature it. It says, will there still be an SLC? Now, the SLC will happen this year. Whether it is an in-person or virtual event is still to be determined because everything in the world right now is still in the air. However, the state board is planning to host a virtual event as well as preparing for a live event. It all depends on what the current state legislator allows and what they feel the safest decision for everyone is. That looks like that's our only question. So thank you all for coming. I told you this would be quick. I hope you all learned something.